So if I had to give you guys 3 things that I think most players do wrong when they're training their ball handling, number 1, it's too rigid. Number 2, there's not enough defense. And number 3, it's not challenging enough. So by number 1, what I mean is this. Traditionally, when we train ball handling, it looks more like this, where we're pounding the ball into the ground. Again, it's very rigid. We're not moving much. We're definitely not moving very fluidly. And then when you look at the best ball handlers, what do they do really well? They move very well, very efficiently, very creatively, and they're able to control and be creative while they're moving at these high speeds in these tough situations. So I think our training should include more of this. It should feel like dancing sometimes versus just pounding something into the ground. That was crazy. Versus just pounding the ball into the ground. Number 2 is that there's not as much decision-making, defense, reaction, and ball handling training as I would like to see. Obviously, this is an individual workout when you're by yourself at the court, so can't really do anything with that here, but I got plenty of videos on that. And then number 3, usually it's not challenging enough, right? I want you guys losing the basketball. I want you guys struggling and getting frustrated at times and doing things that challenge you. And while yes, it may be challenging to pound the ball into the ground 500 times, it's more so of a fatigue challenge, of a mental challenge, which again is great sometimes, but I want you guys to challenge your movement, your control of the ball in tough situations, and that's what's gonna apply better to the game. So in this video, I'll take you guys through a very unique, fun, challenging ball handling workout that I think will be unlike anything you've ever done. Let me know what you think. If you're looking for more, make sure to check out the Ultimate Ball Handling Program in the Virtual Academy. Let's get it. So first off, we're getting warmed up with just freestyling through different types of dribbles. So again, if you think about all the different types of dribbles you can do, yes, you have your pounds, but I assume you guys probably are either past that or are doing that on your own. So I'll show you a few different types. I want you guys to freestyle through each of these for 30 seconds and then move on to the next one. Now, what I mean by freestyle is you're just getting creative as you can. You can imagine like you got a defender, you can just go freely in space. That's up to you, but I want you guys to get as creative as you can, use as many possibilities as you can. So the first type of dribble here is just a cuff dribble. Pretty standard, most of us know what this is, where we're cuffing the ball here, obviously not letting it go under the ball, but cuffing the ball here to be able to place that ball in different locations around us, right? Great for control. Simple, but something that we should continuously work on. So you're freestyling through this. Then the next one here is gonna be more of a float dribble, okay? So I'm letting that ball kind of hang or spin in my hand as it floats. Again, you see this as something that's super common and the best ball handlers are able to float, slow down, move without actually having to dribble every step. So you're freestyling with it. Next one here is a push-out dribble, okay? So kind of releasing that ball, almost like an in and out, but without the in, just the out, if that makes sense. So this is a great option to be able to kind of push that ball out in different directions and just be able to manipulate the ball in a challenging way. Then we got mid-dribble adjustments. So being able to, during the dribble here, adjust where our hand is. So maybe if our hand starts here, we go over top. Maybe if my hand starts here, I'm able to kind of move my hand like this so that even while I'm dribbling, even when that ball is in my hand, I can react, go different directions, and have a ton of options here. Next one here, I'm going with all behind the backs, but now I'm going from here, so in front of my body, out, all right, and back in front, behind. So it looked like this from the side where I'm here, turn, I get it all the way in front of my hip, if not even further in front, and then pull it back from there. Then I got level changes, so I'm going from high to low with the dribble. So if I'm starting high, then I'm going low, bringing it back up, back low. I can take like a little tap dribble, tap dribble if I want to. I can go up really high, shoulder height. That's up to you guys during this freestyle. Okay, now before we get into the good stuff, we're going with an eyes closed freestyle. So you're just going anything you want, using all those different types of dribbles and more with your eyes closed. Obviously this trains your body control, but also kind of wakes up your kinesthetic senses. So being able to stay on balance, hit the ground quickly, move fluidly without actually seeing what's going on around you. So just building that trust for your movement and your fluidity. Now we're getting into the visualization stuff. This is gonna be the bulk of the workout. This is what I think a lot of ball handling training should look like, especially if you're by yourself. And what it'll be is you're alternating between two different things. Number one, you're going completely limitless. You're doing whatever you want to. You can feel like you're Kyrie or a street ball player and just doing anything you want with your handles, okay? So I really want you visualizing, right? I want you to see where everyone is on the court, where your defender is, where the help defense is, how they're catching up to you when you blow by them, all that type of stuff. But I want you to get really creative in getting through this environment. So again, you can see here how I'm imagining everything. It's not perfect. I'm including some kind of imperfection sometimes when I feel like maybe a defender cuts me off. And again, I'm letting myself pretty much just run loose on this one, do anything I want to challenge myself. Then on the next one, and this is another thing I don't see much in ball handling training, I'm trying to be more efficient. I'm imagining like I'm attacking a closeout. Maybe I'm coming off a pick and roll, and I have a coach who doesn't really let me loose that much, right? I have a pretty short leash on me. So it's like, all right, now what can I do to challenge my handle, to show off my handle in a way that's very efficient, maybe attacking closeout and then making a quick move. If you look at a lot of the best ball handlers, a lot of the most underrated ball handlers are really good at this. They may not have the leash or even the need to go with a bunch of dribbles, but what they can do is use more efficient dribbles. They can get an advantage and then make moves based on that, reacting to the defense to make them look silly, still with even less dribble. So you're alternating between just limitless visualization and then again, trying to be more efficient, really just using a few dribbles, but still challenging yourself. Next to last part here, you're gonna go with an imitation technique, okay? One of the best ways you can learn is called observational learning. So essentially seeing something, whether it's a teammate, whether it's one of your favorite players, whatever it may be, seeing something, taking that, trying it out, experimenting with it, putting your own flair on it, and then eventually bridging that gap to maybe a game. So that's what you're gonna do here. You can either take your own film or I'm gonna give you a short compilation of film that I want you guys to look at, to try out like you see me doing here. Really challenge yourself to not only do it how it looks, but also to add to it, to put your own twist on it, and try to get really creative with these things. You'll go for really as long as you want to here.
Denver down by 2. Murray gets the screen and drives on LeBron. Bumps up. Garland, good.
Extend out to avoid the defender, and then a nice soft touch. Speaking of
u tom statusu najboljeg strelca svoje momčadi ili najboljeg strelca. Odlično.
Kod Virtusa izgledalo cijelo drugo poluvrijeme. Marcus Howard.
Need victory and results to go their way. Baldwin.
Shorts. To je.
Toronto Ben from the three-point line, really comfortable from deep.
Schroeder pulled.
Ellis shot clock down to 5. Schroeder got downhill to float.
Slick move, Schroeder.
Then lastly, I'm just going with a cool down freestyle, okay? You'll go 5-ish minutes here, 3 to 5 minutes, it's up to you. You'll start off a little bit faster, so maybe I'm at this speed, all right? I'm just kind of dribbling around, freestyling. By the end of the 3 minutes or so, I want you guys at a really slow pace, just kind of relax. Then you'll be done with the workout. So appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Make sure to check out the Virtual Academy if you want to train like this on a daily basis with way more drills, way more concepts, way more themes. If not, see you next time.